Welcome Traveler, I'm Free2Play and I'm your guide for successful free-to-play adventure on Ostera. Today we'll see what the fourth memory traveler is capable of.
But I think Rondo will take care of it.
I'm gonna have to pull for Rondo.
So, Limit needs him. But do you? The Knight Ardent is the traitor of the sacred flame Sazantos Pupil, which kind of shows how strong he will be if we get him as a memory traveler too. But let's see what the pupil of the sacred flame has in his kit. His Lightbringer skill, earning 1 BP after using, is known from Korin, who represents also the light and sword elements of COTC. But what really is amazing, that Rondo doesn't need to use a light skill to exploit that weakness of the enemy. Plus, you don't need an elemental attack boosting Fortune Blade like Eliza does, because the physical attack stat affects the elemental damage done. But if you buff Rondo's light damage or reduce the enemy's light resistance, it will not affect his sword damage done to the enemies being weak to light. Holy Impulse attacks all enemies 3 times, and if max boosted, it attacks 5 times, which sounds not so good at first, because you have to sacrifice so much BP for that. But here comes something very special. Do you remember Octopath Traveler 1 or 2 Divine skills, where the name Afric is involved? They are one of the best skills in the game, so you can expect lots of this skill. With Alfric's Blessing active, you will gain 3 BP at the end of the turn for 4 turns, so that makes up for the much BP for an attack issue. If you need good units to finally take care of Barricane level 100 NPC for additional 200 rubies in your stash, or you need a strong unit for taking her out without using the poison strat mentioned in this video right here, or any other allies for the upcoming floor 11 and 12 of the Master Training Tower, then Rondo will be an extremely strong addition to your team. His 15% damage up is good and can be easily capped with a Secret's A4. And when we're at 4-star A4s, I'd use Pia's A4 on him too, because then he will profit from 500 HP regen at the same time he has triggered his own regen granted from his second passive, so he can almost replenish to full health as soon as the enemy thinks he's finally done with him. Other special skills which have not been talked about is kind of Hasumi's Blooming Ballad that increases SP regeneration, which can come in handy with Rondo being in a hurry rushing through his skills as long as Alfric's Blessing is active to spam as much attacks as possible. While having the SP regen, that skill also improves his physical attack by 15%. And he's not as aggro-centric as the last MT. He can cast a front row elemental defense and dark resistance up by 15%. And like 2B, he can also crit guaranteed when max boosted with a single attack, which also exploit like weakness. Having his ultimate level 10 is not increasing the turns of Afric's Blessing, but having the possibility to gain another 4 turns of increasing BP gain is enormous. So having Rondo U10 is considered a must-have here, like with a Lynette or Krauser before. So did I just considered pulling him at least twice? Well, kind of. Since Helvalor duo can be defeated very quickly even without Rondo, and Master Training Tower floors won't be updated that quickly, the need for a strong light user is not as important right now. He will be later, but then you can also pull him by chance when trying to get another memory traveler or use your memory charts in exchange to get him. Now we come close to memory travelers which are finally worth sacrificing all our rubies on. But that is my opinion. If you think otherwise or have something else to say here, you're welcome to write in the comments or in my Discord group. And if you'd like this channel to class up, I really appreciate a subscription and thumbs up. See you next time. You're free to play.